Well, it's about time. It's been nearly 20 minutes since I sent you to the kitchens. How could it possibly take that long to fetch a bottle of wine and some fruit? You've been working in this palace for half a decade, so it's not as though you could have gotten lost. What? What in the world is that supposed to mean? I'm not going to excuse your tardiness just because you think something's going on. You know, my parents didn't want to hire you. My father believed that elven royalty should only employ other elves. But I defied them and hired a human. I defied the king to get you this job. I may be the prince, but that was still a risky move. I was so sure that, at the very least, a human could be just as good of a servant as an elf. Well, you've been doing a marvelous job of proving me wrong lately. What was that? If you weren't standing right here, I'd assumed it was you making a fool of yourself again. I'm going to go investigate, but don't think for a moment that we're finished here. All right, servant. I'll grant you that something does indeed seem to be going on. Follow me closely, and try not to make too much noise. We best whisper from this point on. Is that Duke Folin? He's been slaughtered by the moon goddess. I think this is a coup. We have to get out of the palace, or we may be next. They'll want my head for certain, and they may decide to kill the palace servants as well. So you best stick with me. Come this way. There's a secret entrance nearby. I can't believe this is happening. Who could possibly be vying for the throne? I don't have any younger siblings that could be trying to take my place in the royal line of succession. We don't have many enemies either. The ones we do have are in no position to try something like this. What? You think it's a revolt by the commoners? Don't be absurd. What do they have to gain by storming the palace? Oh dear. They want our food? Are you sure? Well, yes. I know that our kingdom is in the middle of a famine, and my father has stockpiled some food in the palace. But there are thousands of people starving out there. Our stockpile can only feed a few dozen for 2 months, at the very best. We're saving far more lives by keeping the royalty fed and healthy, so that we had the strength to lead the kingdom through this crisis. No, I suppose you're right. Our intentions hardly matter at this point. Most royals will be dead soon anyways. And without a ruling body, the people won't be getting any more shipments of food as the traders withdraw to avoid the chaos. I'm afraid our kingdom may be done for. Wait 1 moment. Blast it. They know about the secret exit. It looks like they're having the palace staff evacuate, though. Well, looks like you weren't in any danger after all. I suppose you best go with them, but do me a favor and wait a moment or two before you go out there. If they decide to check the direction you came from, I want to be long gone. Did you hear me? You can go. You'll be perfectly safe. You want to stay with me? Fine. If you're that frightened, then just keep following me until you work up the nerve. I hope you find your backbone soon, though. Hmm. This area is very exposed, but we need to move through it to get out. As long as you're following me, make yourself useful and keep watch here while I scout ahead. If anyone comes, knock on something to signal me. The coast is clear. Let's keep going. Ah, there's another group. If you're going to evacuate, now's the time. You can distract them while I escape. No? What's gotten into you? Clearly they're not planning on harming servants like you. What? You want to stay with me? To make sure I'm safe? Surely you don't really mean that. Oh, what am I saying? Of course you don't. Probably think you're to get some kind of reward if you stick with me. Well, don't count on it. Get off! Get off! Let go! Get off! That's a guard. I didn't even hear her approach. She must have been paid off by the rebels. You risked your life to save me? You could have just ran, but you managed to knock her out. You really are concerned for my safety, then. I... I, I can hardly believe it. After how awful I've been to you lately. Thank you. Come with me and I'll get us out of here. They may have known about that secret exit, but there's another way out. They may have known about that secret exit, but there's another way out only I know about. It wasn't even meant as one. It's just a space underneath the floor that I found when I was young. Come on, we've almost reached it. Yes, right here. I just have to pull aside these loose floorboards. It's a bit of a tight squeeze. I haven't used these in years. That's it. Down here. Now from here we can crawl over to a hole in the palace wall. It's hidden behind the old statue in the rear garden, so hopefully it was never filled. Listen, uh, I'm very sorry for how I've been treating you as of late. You see, I had a very scarring experience. There was this girl that lived near our summer retreat. I had been friends with her for the longest time. We would do almost everything together every summer for years, and I developed feelings for her. But the last time I visited her, she told me that she only spent time with me because her mother told her to. They were hoping to get me to marry her so she could inherit all my wealth. Ever since then, I've been paranoid of everyone. Assumed they all want something from me. You've been loyal to me ever since you started working here, and I suppose I thought you were tricking me too. Thank you for being so loyal, even after I mistreated you. I swear I'll speak to you with respect for this day forward. Well, assuming we make it out alive. Ah, finally. Quiet one moment. Good. I can't hear anybody. And it's getting dark out, so we shouldn't have any trouble slipping over the outer wall. After that, well, after that, I'm not sure. Ever since we've known each other, I've been giving you orders. But now I'm out of my element. You grew up as a commoner, yes? I imagine I'll need to start listening to you from here on out. If you'll have me. I'll be as loyal of an ally to you as you've been to me. Thank you. Come on, we should keep moving. If we stop for too long, I might start thinking of what happened to my parents. Let's go.